Hello, hello. It's Wednesday and we're going live here from Portland, Oregon. And I just want to make sure, let's see if this clicked on. It just snapped into place. There we are. Yep, good. Okay, great. Hi, you guys. Who is hopping on? Who is hopping on? Oh, well, I'm bad. I forgot to lock the cat up. So let's hope she doesn't come and want to be on camera. Why I do this live today. So the live today, who's on? You guys say hello in the comments so I know who's watching, who's joining, who got the notification that we're going live on Wednesday here at 11 o'clock Pacific time in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, definitely. Let me just check here and see if I can see what I see. Let's see if I can see the comments. Okay, you guys that are hopping on, say hello so I know who's here. So I know who I'm talking to. Oh, here comes the cat. I might have to hold her. Anyway, today we're talking about the best content strategy to attract buyers on, hi Margarita, buyers on Facebook, right? Hi Kim. Kim's here. Love it. Thanks, Kim. So that's the big question. It's great. I did a customer research with a poll, and that's what came up. This is what, majority of people wanted to hear about today is what's the best content. So let me just booby trap this so Bunny doesn't come in front of the camera. That's the name of my cat. So let me tell you first what doesn't work. Okay, by posting all your quotes and your nice statements and your fluff, that is not going to attract buyers. Okay, people like that and they'll comment on it and they'll participate, but it doesn't attract buyers. Nor do engagement posts, like hardcore engagement posts where you ask questions. I mean, it's great to get some feedback from people. Let me just booby trap this. Well, not booby trap, but just create a wall so she doesn't come in front of the camera. So, um, you want to make sure those kind of things, the engagement posts, the quotes, sharing other people's stuff is not going to attract buyers. No way. The thing that's going to attract buyers, and what I hear from my clients all the time, is the reason why I signed up with you, Dallas, is because I've been watching you for a while and I like how you teach. I like what you share. I like how you explain things. I can relate to you of how to do something, which is I am solving problems, okay? Not every day, but I do it at least twice a week in my group and maybe once a week in my personal page because now I have a very active group, okay? But if you're don't have an active group and it's not over, it's small, you should be doing this on your personal page, okay? Because we're attracting people to our personal page first. You want to show people that you can solve their problems. Because if you don't show people that you can solve their problems, they're going to find another teacher. They're going to find another coach. They're going to find another mentor that can solve their problems. Okay? So what do I mean? How do you do that on Facebook? Is that you take your program, you take your service of how you're bringing someone through something and you break it up into bite-sized pieces and start sharing how you do certain aspects to take away the problem, okay, to get to the goal, to get to the result, okay. So you break up this program that you're going to bring someone through over 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 3 months, a year, whatever it is, and you're going to teach elements of it on Facebook, and you're going to do it in a written form, and you're going to do it as a live, and you're going to tell people exactly how to do something, not general, something general. You're not going to talk about the theory, but the actually how do you do something. If you look, hi Peggy, hi Barb, if you look at my feed here in the group, I teach every Wednesday. I teach something. Okay. Last week it was all about lead generation. How do you generate leads on Facebook? And I gave you specific ways to do it. I think I gave you 4, maybe more ways to do it. Exactly how to do it, how to draw people to you so that they can actually see your content. Okay? So it is part of the bigger picture. Okay? So that's what I'm telling you exactly how to do it, the specifics of it. Okay? Not the general, the details of how you do something. And that's what you want to be showing. You want to be showcasing yourself, that you are an expert, that you are competent, because someone will read that. Most likely 90% of the people will not implement what you teach, the how. They won't. So what you want to be doing, it's what they'll do is, so it'll register in their mind, and you'll be planting a seed. And then they're going to, when they're ready to buy, they're going to say, gee, Kim knows exactly what she's talking about. I want to work with her, because they've been watching you over time, and they like how you explain things, how things unfold, how to get to the result. So you have to be teaching, you have to be explaining, or giving something that's practical that someone can use or is helpful, and they actually get a win from it, a little win, or they see a result. But it's not the big result, because your program is made up of all these little things that have to be solved along the way to get to the result. Okay? It's not like a one-time thing. So don't be afraid to share your expertise. Hi, Kathy. Don't be afraid. Nobody's, there'll be 10% will implement it, and then they'll come back for more, okay, because it worked. So you want to stop with the niceties. Those are good fillers for the rest of the week, but you want to at least twice a week be teaching something that's practical, something they can use, something that's helpful. This is what is called value post, value content. It's of value to the person. They can actually do something with it. Okay? And you want to let them, if you do this, this is what's going to happen. Okay? So last week I spent a lot of time on how to generate leads, how to attract your ideal client to you. And once you attract those ideal clients to you, this is what you can expect to happen. That people are going to start reading your content, and that you're going to be planting seeds in your ideal clients' heads, so that when they are ready to buy, they're going to raise their hand. And that's what you want to be doing. Okay? And you're going to feel so much better, because you're not trying to figure out what kind of fluff to put on Facebook that's going to get some engagement. You're actually going to be teaching, what is deep in your heart and your soul and your brain, what works to help people shift from here to there, A to B. Okay? Is this making sense at all? Yeah? Let me know if this is making sense. I'm going to just look at my notes. So for instance, let's just take someone who's a health coach, who is someone who helps someone lose weight using a keto diet. Now, I'm not an expert in keto at all, but you would think, if you break it down, things that you would be teaching about is, how does keto work? What kind of foods would you eat on keto? How do you just abruptly go keto, or do you wean into it, and why? So you want to explain the why, not only the how, but also the why, to get the result. And what is the result? And what is the expectation of, when you teach something, what is the expectation that the result should be that you would see? Okay? So, there's all kinds of things that go into losing weight on a keto diet. So you break it up into segments, and you start teaching it. So someone that's looking to lose weight is going to go around to all the different people online, because I'm telling you, if someone's going to work with you, they're checking you out and 5 others. Okay? So and what I hear from my clients is, I was one of many that they checked out. And it was because they liked the way I teach and how I simplify things. So simplify things, make it easy for people to use and to work with and to comprehend, okay? Definitely to comprehend. Let's see what's going on here with the comments, you guys. Um, yeah, and yeah, makes sense. Great, great. So let's see. So somebody else. So if when you're in like the personal coaching, transformational of people that are looking kind of like more out there that want to help, reach goals, things like that, you want to get really specific on what are some, daily things you can do to get closer to your goal. What are the things that you can implement? Those kind of things. If you're a relationship coach, you want to take your program and you want to break it down into bite-sized pieces of everything you would teach someone in your program and do a little bit twice a week and mix it up. So if there's confidence buildings, so there's probably 10 things you can do to build your confidence to get back out there and date again, okay, or get into a relationship again. So you just on one day you talk about one aspects of how you can build your confidence and give the specifics of how it's done and what kind of result you would see. Okay? And then perhaps a week later you give another one, confidence tip, okay? Or how to detail specifically what is the result. So this is what you want to be doing, and this will attract your buyers. Okay? But you, just like everything else, you've got to be consistent and at least twice a day, if not more. Twice a week, not day. Twice a week, you need to be giving the house. You can interject in the 7 days in a week with a story post, journey post. You can do how-to posts that are more kind of superficial. You want to share experiences that are good. Those are also great how-tos. How a client of yours reached her result because this is what she did. Okay? People love stories of transformation. How someone moved from A to B. Or how did they move from A, in the line from problem to the result. Maybe they shifted just a little bit and you just talk about the one shift that they made. And what was the transformation in that one little shift or the change or what happened, what shifted for them. Talk about that. People like to relate to other people. They see that they're not alone, that there are other people that have this problem and that there is hope for them, okay? That they too can have the result. Hi, Stephanie. Okay, so what you want to be doing though, if you do this enough, you're going to see people are going to start to react to you. They're going to start making comments. It's going to start slow and then it'll get more and more as you participate. Okay, as you start to share the how. People will say, wow, aha, oh, I get it. Oh, that was a great insight. Oh, so people are registering what you're sharing with them, and that's what you want. Okay, so it's not a hard sell. These are touch points. Remember, we talked about touch points a couple of weeks ago also. One of like 20 is your content, which is the most important. It does the selling for you if you're teaching. If you're teaching the how. If you're teaching the concept of how something works. That's why, in my program, in my workshop, one of the first things we do in the workshop, and you guys, I'm doing the workshop again. I'm starting it on August 24th, so that's like in 10 days. And if you haven't joined already and register, if you go up to the cover photo here and just click on the cover photo, a description box will open up and there will be the link to register for the workshop. So on day one of that workshop, I spent a good chunk of time walking through the big picture of Facebook and how it all works and how your marketing system and sales system is going to work on Facebook. Because you can't understand lead generation or touch points or closing or sales unless you see the process all laid out for you, okay? And see what is happening each step of the way. Once you see it, then it makes more sense. Okay? So if you're interested in that, get into my workshop on August 24th. So just click the cover photo and there's a link to register. So you want to help people envision the future, right? The goal. Okay? That's another thing. If you do this XYZ, you are closer to the goal. Okay? Or this is what's going to happen if you do this. So you definitely want to be talking about that. The other thing I see is that instead of saying, DM me and I'll tell you more about my course or program, you should be specifically writing out what is entailed, what are the features of your course, what are people going, what is the how of your program or service or course. Actually, we don't really do courses here, it's more programs. You know, what is the person going to learn through the length of your course to get to the result? Okay, so you want them to be able to read, because people are shy. They don't want to DM you, they don't want to find out, they don't want to have a private conversation with you because they're afraid you're going to sell them. So why not every so often, every 2 weeks, every week if you're more seasoned, you're going to post at the end of one of these teaching posts, you're going to write about what your program entails. To work with you, this is what it looks like. That is more, gives them more freedom to decide if you're the one, rather than DM me for more information. That's more threatening to people. So you definitely want to be explaining, well, what do you do with your clients in your program? Okay, and you can do it in a non-threatening way at the bottom of a how-to post on Facebook. You know, either on your personal page or in a group. Yeah. Would you live talk and do a post on the same topic? I've done that, Peggy. I have done a written post on a Tuesday or a Monday on almost exactly the same thing that I'm going to do live. Some people are more visual. They prefer to read stuff and it registers better. And other people like to hear it. They like the video. You know, for me, I like to read it because then I can read it over and over and over again until it clicks. So either way. So Kim asks, I have YouTube videos on my Facebook group twice a week about managing changes and evolving. Would that count? Well, who is your ideal client and what is their problem? And are these videos solving their problem? Okay, so basically there's a problem and there's all these little problems or challenges or struggles that make up the bigger problem of which you help, right? Okay, so are you dealing in these videos how to solve all the little problems? And if yes, then that would count. Okay, anything else, you guys? Because I don't want to keep you too long. We're already on here for 18 minutes and want to make sure that I cover everything. I think that is it. Okay, so get to teaching. Get out there and start teaching. Start giving it away. Start telling people the hows. Be detailed. Get specific. Provide some insights. Have some people get some wins, at least some wins in their thought, okay, as they're reading your content or watching you live, sharing something of how to move the needle. It's registering in their brain so that when they're ready to buy and when they're ready to have a problem solved, they're going to reach out to you. That's how you get buyers on Facebook, okay? So that's it for me. Today, like your suggestion, tag into the post without about working with me. Yeah, it's not really tag. You're not tagging the person. What you're doing is you are saying, you know, this is what's going to happen if you work with me. This is the process. It's 6 weeks. We meet every week. You go through videos. There are handouts. This is how you reach me in between sessions. This is what we're going to cover. This is what you're going to master. This is the transformation you will have if you do the work. And you want to stress that people have to do the work. It's not that you're going to do the work for someone to have the result, right? People have to do the work. So I always stress that my programs are implementation programs, as my clients can tell you. They are working. They are in action every week doing something to build their marketing and sales system of how to attract clients and actually get paying clients. So that's what my program is all about. So you want to definitely be teaching people or telling people what your program is about in detail. Okay, that's it. If you have any more questions, just comment below or private message me, and that'll be great. Okay, you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday. Bye.